Everyone, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to share a little mini album that I made for my friend Gina, who is scrappinology. Hey G. I want to make her this little mini, and I had all these grandiose ideas. I was going to make her this super shabby chic extravaganza of all extravaganzas, and it didn't really turn out that way. But in my defense, Gina, I made this during my root canal antibiotic stupor. But I did complete the mini album, and it does have photos in it, which have post-it notes over it. So I just wanted to share what I made my friend Gina. So here it is, and it's a little mini album, and the covers are chipboard, and this chipboard was from Arlene from a million years ago. I had just cut it down, and there was like an extra piece up here that I sanded down and stuff. So yeah, that was from a long million years ago. Thanks, Arlene. So I did use that for the front and back covers. The paper that I used was the K&Co Flora Fauna. And so I really wanted to go for a shabby chic thing, but as I was making it, it was getting super thick. So the plans that I had made for it, I had to kind of, since it was already thick, I had to like kind of pick and choose the embellishments that I could make. But so this is not as shabby chic as I wanted, so I'm dubbing it nature chic. So I'm calling it something totally new. So I put a little chart, and I binded it with my Bind-It-All. And I typically don't make thick minis, but there's photos in here and stuff like that. So that's how it came out, but it kind of closes. I mean, it's not that bad. But I added this little charm, and I thought it was super cute because it was a little heart, and it had pearls and stuff, and it has Secret Garden on it, which kind of goes with my nature chic theme. And in the front, I just used some of the embellishments, the sticker, and this is a Tim Holtz. I cut it in the same paper. I kind of like that same paper and then you die cut something and put it on top look. That I'm totally into that. And then it says friend, and then this is the frog feathers trim, which I'm in love with. You guys are going to see this on every project because I just really love this trim. And sorry, here's I Am Roses. I always forget what these are called. It starts with a G. I'm not sure, but I think this was like, Bona gave me that one. And this is my favorite Recollections flower in pink. Love it. And the Prima Calcutta leaves, which I'm getting nervous because I'm like running out. So there's the cover. And then so I use that Sizzix trifold die. This is kind of similar to what I had made for Sweet Crafty Chick. Hey, Steph. I'll turn the pages. So here's the front, and I use my new, and then all the pages I had whitewashed with acrylic paint, and I use vintage white, and I believe that's the folk art. That's like my favorite paint for some reason. Or I think I use it because it's the only paint I have. But I whitewashed all the pages in vintage white, and it kind of, it makes the pages feel powdery. I like it. And then here is the Sizzix scallop envelope die that I got from Yoli. Hey, dude. And then I left it open, and I put a little note in there for Gina. And yeah, so these are pictures from a crop that we had went to. And then I put some I Am Roses flowers there. And here's the first page, and I just put one of the J'adore tickets, and I stapled it up here, and then I put one of the vellum die cuts here, and then all of these pages open. So you have to keep, since it closes, you have to keep the inside super flat. So I added a butterfly and some bling, and there's a photo there, and then there's a vellum die cut. And here's another piece from the collection. I had bought a lot of the embellishments from the collection too. And here's the back of this page. So I'm leaning toward almost calling this the bird mini because like I think birds freak me out. So I figured I would use all the bird embellishments on Gina's album. think Gina likes birds, but so there's lots of bird action going on here. So this is one of the die cut borders, but it came out cute. Die cut borders that I just cut. It says Sweet Life. And then I added little I Am Roses. And I love this color. And then here's the next page. And I had wanted to make every page like this with lots, but it just was getting way super thick. So this is the only page that I got to do that with. So there's some Carla lace. There's my favorite Recollections flowers that come in a jar, and they're on clearance right now. And then there's that Prima Calcutta leaf. And then you open it up, and there's like this fern die cut, and then this says Simply Divine, and there's a butterfly, and that's dimensional, and there's a picture here, and then there's a little, that's just like I cut a piece of paper and I put it there. And then here's the next page, and I just put some Carla lace, a little die cut, a butterfly, I Am Roses, more lace. And then here's another bird, and I really like these embellishments. They're super like stacked up on each other and like dimensional. And then I added a little I Am Roses. So I was able to add these little baby roses. And then here's a little one of those border strips, and I just cut it. And those are such a great value because you could just cut it up, and it's just, they give you tons of it. And then here's a little die cut with a bird and some bling, and then I have 2 photos. So at least this album has photos. It has lots of photos in it. And then here's a little quote, and then I just cut the bottom off, and then here's a vellum die cut. And then here's the next page, and then I just cut a little piece of ephemera, and I tore it, and then I added some roses. And then, like I said, I whitewashed all the pages. And then here, this has a couple of the layered die cuts, and a little label thing, and then a flower, and then here's this page. I like the way this page came out. There's like a vellum die cut, and then this flower with a vellum, and here's a photo, and then there's some bling, and then here's this page. I like the way this came out. Here's another bird, and it says beautiful, and then there's roses, and there's a little label thingy, and on this page it just has a butterfly and then some bling, and then you open it up and it has this, and it's the same sticker up in front but a different color. And then there's a picture here, so anywhere you see sticky notes there's a picture. And then here's bling and a butterfly. And then here's the last page. Here's another bird die cut. And then a thing here. I just thought it looked good with the Carla lace. And then Joe had the Joe has the Sizzix die, Tim Holtz. So I added a frog feathers to make the skirt, and I added those beads that I was so in love with. And then I added an I Am Roses here. So that's what that looks like. That was kind of hard to attach. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to attach it, but she cut me some up, and then I painted it in the white and stuff, and so that's what that looks like, and all the pages are whitewashed. And then here's the back, my little sign. So that's the little mini I made, Gina. Hope you guys like it. I hope Gina likes it, because I worked really hard, and this was super challenging because I made it while I was on my antibiotics and my root canal drama. So I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing that. But yeah, total antibiotics make me so tired. So hope you like it, Gina, and I will see you guys later. Bye.